birthday, Godzilla! Almost. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Monstrosities, a vlog of Tokusatsu, or in this case, I guess it's Monstrosities Live or something. You know me, I am Matt Burkett, your host here, and with me is my beautiful fiance. She hasn't been on in a while, Paige.
Hi.
And we are here, of course, to talk about Godzilla Fest. Not Godzilla Fest. It's very much lacking a T there. Godzilla Fest.
Something totally different.
Yeah. So November 3rd is going to mark the 66th anniversary. Can you believe that? Of Godzilla, the franchise. And for the past 3 years, since 2017, there has been a in-person event held in Japan, Tokyo, called Godzilla Fest. And it has a whole bunch of really, really cool things. They have suits, they have events, they have guests come. And I have been very fortunate. I have been to the past 3. You've been to the past 2. And unfortunately, because of world circumstances this year, there is nobody
gets to go.
No, actually, that's not true. That's not true. Everybody gets to go because they're actually going to be moving it to an online convention scene, similar to what Kaiju Conline did, similar to what Kaiju Masterclass did. And I believe that will be held tomorrow night because that'll be Japan time, November 3rd. And there's a schedule up and everything. And I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
But in this little segment, this is a little bit different than what we usually do. Usually this would probably be like a video or something, but I felt like this might be kind of a little bit more fun. We're going to go from 2017 to 2018, all the way to 2019, all the way to 2019, the 65th anniversary. You guys are going to be seeing pictures. You guys are going to be seeing some video, definitely hearing a story or 60,000, because there was a lot of really, really fun times that we had. And I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And also, I hope this might not be as well put together as what I had hoped, but we will freaking see. So everybody, welcome to Godzilla Fes Explained, the most clickbaity title you'll ever see, remembering Godzilla's birthday. So like I was saying before, back in 2017, they decided that they were going to do this event. And what was really cool was, at the time, I had no idea this was actually going to happen. It was, I was going to Japan for the very first time to go see the premiere of Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. That, of course, is the first movie in the Godzilla Polygon trilogy, as it has come to be known as. And this so happened just to be happening at the same time. So it's like by complete luck. And so far, the only time that it has ever been held at or around the Hotel Gracery. Now, the Hotel Gracery, I'm sure you guys have seen this picture a million times. This is also unofficially known as the Godzilla Hotel. Of course, you got the big freaking Godzilla head up there. It's 1-1 to the Mothra 92 Godzilla. Roars on the hour every hour. And it also, at the very top floor of the Gracery, is the Godzilla room, which, if you guys ever get the chance to go, I highly recommend it. You've been in the Godzilla room once or twice.
Highly recommend. Even as somebody who is not a huge Godzilla fan, you know, I know a little bit about it. It was still fun for me. I think anybody could have fun in that room for sure.
So this first year, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm actually going, I got a map here, but this was actually from my hotel view. So there's a little courtyard right next to the hotel in between 2 of these arcades. And this is where the entire thing was set up, right? I don't know if you guys can see, but if you look upwards, there's like a big white thing. That was like a Light Up Godzilla. You're going to be seeing that a little later. And this was much different than the ones that you've been to.
Yeah, I did not go to this one. Matt and I didn't know each other yet.
Yeah, we weren't dating at the time. I took my mom to Japan, so we got to experience this live. It was really cool. I'm actually going to show you guys here real quick because we got some, hold on. Like I said, this is, forgive me for not having like this like down to a T here, but here's a Chiashi poster. There's a reason why I'm showing you this. So that's for the 2017 Godzilla Fest. On the back is the map, and as you can see, really, really ridiculously small. They had a little suit display right here. And then they had a bunch of trucks, merch trucks, food trucks, and a little like area that you could actually like hang out and stuff like that. I think the merch is actually like right down there. Little Godzilla store, if you can see that there. And as you guys will see in both 2018 and 2019, vastly different. Vastly different.
Yeah, it does not look much like what I.
No, not at all. And the cool thing about this one, though, in comparison to both 2018 and 2019, was the fact that they actually had suits there. Because as you're going to see as we go along, you're not actually. They don't have a lot of things on display. In fact, there are things that we didn't get to experience because they like closed it off, except for like a select few groups of people.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So we'll go to the full screen land here, back to Premiere. Okay, here we go. This is also something I think that people might get a little bored with because it's like a freaking slideshow, and this is this thing. The other thing that's gonna stink about this panel, man, is that I can't do sound on this. So like you'd be able to hear. This is actually a video if I can get it to actually play. Hold on, guys. There we go.
There it is.
This is as if you're actually walking towards the courtyard here. As you can see, tons and tons of people. You would enter in here. Now off to the right, you're going to see this is where like all the suits and stuff are at. We got plenty of pictures here to show you. But as a first-time traveler to Japan, this was just a hell of a thing to come to, and this was basically the first day in Japan.
Yeah, especially since you didn't know that it was there. Like,
well, we knew going in, but we hadn't planned on it.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah. No, it was a surprise that it was being set up.
Great footage, huh? Lots of people's backs and everything. Like,
yeah.
Super duper exciting. Whoops, sorry, I'm like skipping ahead here. Good grief! Wow, this computer freaking sucks. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna go back there. I'm going to try to put us back. There we go. I like that a lot better. Okay, so this time you guys can actually kind of see what we're doing. So I'm sorry, I'm just going to show you these pictures because like I nerded the F out when I first saw these, and this is going to be again a lot of like show and tell kind of stuff. But the other thing I really hope that this kind of inspires people to do, because I've always been a tremendous advocate of it. And I know for a fact that obviously it's going to be really hard given current circumstances, as crazy as they are to do any traveling. But going to Japan and experiencing something like this is something that I feel that if you are capable of doing, that you really should. You owe it to yourself as a fan. And, you know, Japan is a wonderful, wonderful country. It's not just the cool freaking Godzilla factor that makes it so great, but it really adds kind of a special sauce to the trip if you're going in conjunction with something that you really, really enjoy. And something like Godzilla Fest is really, in my opinion, something that everybody should experience. It's just a lot of fun. But Godzilla 2000, and as far as I know, this was one of the screen used suits. You can see the freaking rubber cracking and everything on that thing. Might have been used in Mega Gears as well. But they had all these things lined out. It's pretty neat. Mechagodzilla, or against Mechagodzilla, I should say. I don't think it's Tokyo SOS because it didn't have the big old scar across its chest. Really, really cool. You guys can see again, these things are cracking up near like the eye and stuff. And for a little while, I was under the assumption that these were promotional suits. Our friend Norman was telling us that, and you're going to see some suits in a little bit. He's like, no, these were actually the screen used stuff. And as you guys will see a little later, there are really well done promotional suits that Toho marches out for special occasions and such. It
does kind of stink that you know can't speak the language and ask about these things at the time. You know, like it's hard. It's not very like approachable from an English standpoint.
No, I mean it's not, and you know that's the dumb American kind of thing.
Well, but I mean it also kind of makes it more fun because it's not a touristy thing. It's like something that they're doing, you know, and you just kind of happened upon it.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah. More against Mechagodzilla, just from various angles. I really do like that suit. Okay, so here we go. Two of everybody's favorites of all time. You won't find a more uncontroversial duo than these two. So unlike the suits that you guys actually just saw, these two were actually they're statues, and they've made several. They made one of Shin. They made obviously one of Godzilla Earth here or Godzilla Phileas, but they also did King of the Monsters. You guys might have seen that. parading around San Diego Comic-Con and such. But these are highly detailed, freaking like human-sized statues. And like I said, this was right when the Godzilla anime, the first one, dropped. So, you know, seeing this thing in person was pretty cool. I still think he looks like an old man. Has since become one of my favorite designs, but he looks like an old man. And the Shin Godzilla statue is a little weird. I don't know. It's just kind of whatever. But yeah, he looks like a tired old man here.
Yeah, he does look so tired.
But again, just more promotional stuff, really. And I'm sorry that you guys are going to get a lot of, oh, well, you know, it's cool and this and this and that. But, you know, it's trying to share some stories and stuff. And we got plenty more coming up here. Also, you can see like down below, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, they did have like signs and stuff saying like what these were and stuff. Obviously, since I can't read or really speak Japanese, I was just like left in the dark here. But so again, another suit. Heisei, that's all I know. That's all I know. It looks really weird, and we've seen this thing a couple of times. And the reason why I bring it up is because like it just looks so baggy, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's I don't know. I don't know if it's an actual Heisei suit or if it's or what, because it looks to be a little bit too well preserved to be something from the 90s in comparison to like the Millennium era stuff. But they've paraded this thing around quite a bit at a couple of exhibits that we've gone to, as well as the Hotel Gracery itself, which you guys will see in just a minute here.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw when we got to the Gracery for the first time that I went.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the first suit that you saw.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like a real 92 or 93 or what it is, but it definitely, I just don't think it was a screen used one. But again, I could be full of whatever pulling out of my butt. So exciting picture, right? So what I didn't know, and you guys are going to see some more pictures. So amongst these suits, like you know, spread throughout these suits, they actually had building props, right? But these buildings were actually like leftovers from like Final Wars and some of the Millennium movies.
So cool. And
that was really, really freaking neat. That came from a little factoid that Norman gave me at the time. Here we go. Here's the one that I think is everybody's favorite. GMK. One of the largest freaking Godzilla suits I think that was ever constructed. I'm pulling things out of my butt now. Welcome to our monstrosities, everybody.
Are you a Godzilla YouTuber?
Yes, I have a theory that this is the tallest Godzilla suit ever made, and it has been confirmed for the Monsterverse. Anyways, Norman said that this was indeed the screen-used one. He's actually worn this suit before, and as you'll see here, it's not looking too hot. You got some cracks happening and stuff. But again, you're seeing a piece of history. Oh, by the way, this is GMK Godzilla, as close as you can get without getting your face like really up close, but then we can get a little closer. But you know, fan favorite, obviously, and really, really cool. I've only seen this thing once at this event. And yeah. So we got some video here. Like I said, unfortunately, the freaking sound isn't here. But in the background, they were playing like Ifukube music and all this. Oh, it was just so fun. But just so you guys can kind of see kind of like how things were going. Just tons of people, shoulder to shoulder. You had to like weasel your way to the front. So I didn't get many pictures of that because that was tough to get. That's the Final Wars Godzilla. If you can't see from the sign down below there. You guys are actually going to be seeing that more in just a minute. But you guys can see just we got some more here. But this is the only time they've done something like this at these events.
Yeah, I didn't get to see all these suits.
No. And here's that weird Heisei one I was just talking about. Really, really cool stuff. So if you guys remember back to that courtyard picture when we took it up from the Gracery, right? We were looking down below. You saw that I said it was like a light up Godzilla. Well, here is the light up Godzilla unlit. Ain't it magical, kiddies?
Can this be our Christmas display?
It can be.
Yeah,
it can be.
We'll get one of these and put it in the front yard.
Yeah. So yeah, this was a thing. This was pretty big. It must have been like at least 12 feet high or something like that. And I was actually in attendance when this thing lit up, and you guys can actually see this. Unfortunately, again, no sound, but there was a countdown to this. And then when the countdown reached 0, the thing lit up and it roared and everybody cheered.
Aww,
and it was a thing.
That's so cool.
It was, you know, like Christmas time, roughly.
Oh, I like his blue spikes.
Yeah, really blown out picture here. Here we go.
There we go. Oh,
that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not really in focus there, but.
Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was like I said, this was like November, so you know, Christmas time is a little bit there and everything. But it was neat. Shinji Higuchi, the co-director of Shin Godzilla, the special effects director of the Gamera trilogy, the director of Shin Ultraman coming up, he was there in attendance to do the light up ceremony. I think he's actually the one who flipped the switch. That was really fun. But yeah, it was just it was a good time. Didn't do much in the way of like the food trucks and the merchandise stuff. A lot of the merchandise, like they'll have these like Godzilla, like little pop-up Godzilla store things. All the merch that they had there, if you just like went like half a mile, like another direction, you could go to the Godzilla store directly to get all this stuff. So it really, I didn't get a whole lot here. I did most of my shopping over there, but a lot of the like the food stuff is all Godzilla related. You're going to see some of that here in a little bit. Like I said, it's just a really, really fun time. So we got more Godzilla pictures. Hooray. That's outside the Gracery. If you were in the courtyard looking up towards the hotel, that's what you saw up there.
It's still there.
Up. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is, but I just threw it in there
okay.
just because.
It's not, no, I know it sounded like it
wasn't sorry. Yeah, it wasn't specific to
if you are in this courtyard in the future, you will see that.
And here's all the same suits you just saw, but at night.
And isn't it very dramatic angle.
Yeah, isn't it just so magical, kids? You know, it
is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's totally cool. So there's more Final Wars Godzilla for you. Again, you'll get more of him in just a second. 2000. So I think I made a mistake. I think I said, whoa, I'm kind of like going way ahead here. Hold on. I think there's actually two. I think the Tokyo SOS suit is actually there, because if you guys look all the way at the end, past Godzilla Earth, I think that's the Against Mechagodzilla suit.
Oh, between the two.
No, at the very end there.
Oh.
Between the two is the Heisei one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry. So yeah, past Godzilla Earth, past the Heisei one at the very end, his nose sticking out.
Oh yeah.
His snout sticking out, rather. I think that is Against Mechagodzilla. And then this guy right here, I believe, is Tokyo SOS. Again, really not my favorite movies in the world, but damn if they're not really cool designs. I really like that design quite a bit. More of those buildings I was telling you about. In fact, if you actually look to the left here, on the building to the left, you can actually see it's marked Final Wars, signifying where these props came from.
That's so cool.
Which was just...
It's like some stagehand wrote that or something.
Yeah. I mean, so again, cool. it's not like, it's like, oh, look at this fake building. But again, not having ever experienced something like this before, it's just a cool little nugget, you know? It's just a cool little extra thing to see. Plus, I know a lot of people like crap on Final Wars, but even seeing a little bit of tokusatsu miniature work in person is something special, especially to a foreigner.
Yeah, it's really neat.
More buildings. What is that up there? Eagle
top?
Shoe? You see that sign up there, the red
sign?
Oh
yeah, the little red sign.
Eagle Shoe.
It looks like Eagle Shoe to me.
Norman.
Eagle Store, maybe?
No, I think it's an H.
No, I think you're right. Eagle Shoe. Yeah.
Norman has a building in GMK.
I know.
Somewhere.
I know. That says Norman on it.
Yeah. Freaking Godzilla 2000 again. Yeah, you know what? In fact, I was correct. That is Tokyo SOS. You can see the scar on his chest there. Super freaking cool. More Godzilla Earth. Shin looking really weird.
You can tell like Godzilla Earth did not mean as much to you because there's only like a few pictures of
No, you know what? Like, I actually took a lot of pictures that I took out of this
because you knew your audience and you.
Well, yeah. Well, and plus at the time it was the newest thing, so I wanted to get it from every angle. But It's like, you know, seeing all this stuff a million times over, it's just like, you know, it's one thing or the other, you know.
It's funny. I haven't seen most of these.
You haven't seen most of these?
Mm-mm.
Final Wars, Tokyo SOS. It's really interesting to see how minute the Final Wars suit is, how light it is compared to the other ones. It was a little guy. That was one of the just a random. I didn't take very many photos of the actual booths themselves, but I think that was the Godzilla store pop-up shop, I think. So kind of fun. GMK again, and now we're earlier in the day back in the Gracery. So
before all that.
Before all that, but I broke these up into sections here.
Yeah.
So got a video right here. So like one of the cool things that the Hotel Gracery did, and they haven't done it since because I've been there for 2017, 18, and 19, is in 2017 they had this this Godzilla suit that you're going to see here come out and like do a bunch of promotional stuff. This is one of my favorite videos that I just happened to take, and it's just a group of Japanese fans taking a picture with Godzilla. It's just such a great, I don't know, I really love it. They're all holding various action figures and posing. Now off to the side there, the Gracery's been doing this again since 2017. There was actually a button making station that you could do. And I don't have the buttons with me, unfortunately. I got pictures later on though, so they can at least see.
We made buttons.
But,
I saw a suit walking around though in 2018.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
Not that one though.
Okay, well maybe not that one. I saw a different one.
This isn't just another video that I'm putting out there just because this is another really kind of cool moment in the Gracery. Again, this is on at Godzilla Fest, just a little extra thing here. There is at the Gracery, there's an entire wall of Godzilla art, and it has all the movie posters on it. And I was taking film when all of a sudden there was a commotion, and I turned the camera to the right here at some point, and you'll see something that just happened to be walking right towards me. And I was right there in front of it. There's nobody else in front of it. Everybody else is like behind him, you know, like trying to you know, take pictures and stuff. And I had the best seat in the house right there. And like I'm just like slowly backing up. My mom was in the bathroom at the time. We were about to head out, and it was just a really kind of fun thing. But these are one of the promotional suits I was mentioning earlier. Just really high quality, like super duper high quality. It looks almost like it could be used in one of the films. But obviously these ones are made to last. So yeah. Is that cool or what? Did my nerd cred just go up?
Yeah, that was.
So now you're going to get a lot of Final Wars here. So something that the Gracery did all throughout 2018. They didn't do it last year, which sucks.
Yeah, they didn't have one last year. I was bummed.
Yeah, there is a right next to the lobby.
Actually, where Matt was standing.
Yeah, right where I was standing.
In that last video,
yeah.
Like right where
if
he was.
If you turned around from where I was at, this you would see this. They would have these displays up, and it would usually have a Godzilla suit along with some of these destroyed buildings and stuff.
Yeah, and rubble all on the bottom.
Yep. And this was actually the day after Godzilla Fest because they took the Final Wars suit and just placed it in the lobby. And it was freaking amazing because you got to take all these really cool pictures. Again, more rubble and stuff, just kind of cool. But, you know, you get to see a G suit super duper close up and really nice ambient lighting going on, you know, super, super cool. Now, picture-wise, we have one from 2018, but we went twice in 2018. Once in May for City on the Edge of Battle, and then in November for Planet Eater. In May, it was the Tokyo. It was the Against Mechagodzilla suit. You're not going to see any pictures of that here, just because it doesn't have anything to do with Godzilla Fest. But it's really, really cool. Oh, I think this is actually, is that video? Yes. Oh yeah, here we go. Just some different angles for you guys.
And you can walk all around this thing.
Yeah.
It's like 2 feet in front of you, just roped off. Really cool.
Yeah, you know, they just ask you not to touch it and stuff. Just a fun little thing, you know? So that was Godzilla Fest 2017.
I missed it.
You did miss it. Does it look like it was fun in comparison?
It does, and I see on this paper here that they had all the little stickers like we were, but I guess you didn't know about them back then. All the stickers.
Oh, they did have stickers.
To get the gold one. So that's something that we participated in 2018 in particular.
Yeah.
You go out and and you'd buy food at the food trucks, or you'd buy merch at the Godzilla stores and stuff. And when you purchase that, they would give you like this sticker, and if you collected them all, then you got a gold one, which I'm sure you will see in a second.
Yes, you will actually see, because we actually have it for 2018.
Yeah, we completed it in 2018.
Man, I actually did not know that.
Yeah, I noticed that right when I looked at the map. I was like, oh, look, they got the things. But of course, you wouldn't have known, like,
yeah,
because you'd never done it before. So
no, had not.
And you just said to them, you said like, oh yeah, I didn't do the Godzilla shops or any of the food trucks or anything. I'm like, if you had, you would have gotten one of those stickers.
Yeah, exactly. We had just been there. We were just there strictly for the
collect 6 stickers, and then you get this gold one here.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, are we ready to go to 2018?
2018.
Now,
I was a part of this.
You were a part of this. We'd only been dating for 3 months.
No. By then we'd been dating since February, because it was in November. The first time.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
The first time we went to Japan, we'd only been dating 3 months.
So yeah, so this was.
But this was like
2.
6 months later after that. So
this was in conjunction for The Planet Eater, everybody's favorite Godzilla movie of all time. But 2018 was actually, personally speaking, my favorite for a lot of reasons. One,
well, you got to go twice, so.
Well, yeah. Out of the 3, I would say that this one was probably the most fun, just because.
I would actually agree with that. I only went to 2 of them.
Yeah, well, as you're going to see, the one last year, 2019, was pretty much the one you're about to see, with very, very little.
But toned down.
Yeah. Very, very little variation on the matter. So one of the big things that they did, there's that button we were talking about, and a model for male pattern baldness. But as you can see right down there, like, you could actually color again these things. They would give you
they had like a piece of paper. They had a bunch of them. You go, and then they had a bunch of markers.
Different monsters, Mechagodzilla, Godzilla, Mothra, Burning Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of really. You've seen these designs probably floating around some. It's been pretty neat.
Yeah, and then you go and you stand in line, and they cut it out all carefully with this machine, and then they make it into a button for you, and you get to wear it around all day.
And this one, we have Godzilla with a guy doing his best impression of a cue ball. But this was the suit that Paige was actually just talking about. And I actually totally forgot that I had video of this that I forgot to include. But rather than the Heisei Godzilla promotional suit, they had this Godzilla 2000 one walking around, which was equally as impressive, because again, it looked like it just stepped out of the frame from the feature itself. And that was really cool. So basically, same thing as the year previous. It was a little less crowded because of the fact that it wasn't being held in the courtyard,
right?
Because they actually moved it. And where do they move it to? Actually, sorry, that's still Gracery. Oh, well, sorry. I guess here is what they had at the Gracery, that Heisei Godzilla suit that I'm not really quite sure if it was actually in a movie or not. Really bad pictures here. Not that, but
well, I don't know about that.
Like Blair Witch Project style pictures.
Yeah, they're
blurry.
They're blurry, man.
Well, obviously you could tell I didn't really care, because we've seen that thing 3 times.
I bet I have better ones.
You probably do.
I was all excited, woohoo.
No, you probably do. This is just what I had on the desktop at the time.
That's funny. I should have sent you.
So, and then Paige has to try on every hat.
Yeah, I do. I'm a hat person.
But this is actually
as you can see.
Yes. This is a Don Quixote, which had at the time just a bunch of Godzilla merch.
It still has Godzilla merch. Oh god, it looks so derpy. Yeah. That's like right up the street from the Gracery. Like if you're heading towards like the metro and their subway and stuff. And
do you remember the Mothra one they had too? And like the little Mothra larva. It didn't look nearly as cool.
Oh yeah, the larva one. Yeah.
So this was a completely new experience this year, because I think they finally figured out that the space that they had probably I don't know how many people they had in 2017.
Yeah,
but
it was crowded.
It was crowded from the moment it opened to the moment that it closed. So what they did is that they actually moved the entire thing over to Godzilla Square, which is in Hibiya, and that is where the Shin Godzilla statue now resides. Previously, if you guys know your Godzilla Japan history or whatever, there was a Heisei Godzilla statue that had been there that was moved up into the Toho Theater that sits right there. but all the Toho corporate offices are there. It's just a much bigger space.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean, I loved it because I mean they just basically doubled to triple the size of what they had the year previous.
Yeah, they had like a big like open road that they were putting all these booths up on, and then most of the buildings in the area were participating and had pop-up shops and stuff.
So if you guys look at this map right here, in the lower bottom left-hand corner, you see the trucks and stuff. That is where the food trucks were. There was also a stage that you guys will see here in a little bit. Over to the right, if you see like a Shin Godzilla looking thing, that's where the statue's at. And if you see where this thing, it says ticket box, Hibiya ticket box, there's actually a little store in there that you can get all sorts of stuff, keychains, action figures, specifically for Godzilla Square. Some of these restaurants, if you see, it says like the G food menu on both sides, both lower left and upper right. They had specific foods for the day. You'll see some stuff. There was like a little Ghidorah thing down there. Did you see in the lower left?
Oh yeah, that one was like a little crepe, I think. Yeah. I think I ended up getting maybe that drink. I don't remember.
I know Norman and I did because I got proof of that.
Okay, so each of those little circles with the characters in them, those are pictures of the.
Actually, we should probably show that right now.
Yeah, those are pictures of the stickers that you could collect if you bought like merchandise from those places. So we went and we bought you know, things from the food truck.
So they would hand these out again, kind of these little program things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you would have the map, the same map that we just showed you.
Yeah. So I'm talking about like all of these little like circles here show you like which stickers you could get where if you bought products at those places.
The thing I probably should have said at the top of the hour was the fact that these events are free.
Yeah.
You know, and the idea is, I mean, it's definitely catered to everybody of all ages and everything.
Yeah.
Kids,
but adults.
The idea is very much for you to spend money at these things for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
like Paige was saying, you would go around and collect stickers.
So these were all grayed out. These are the stickers that we've put on top.
I'm trying to see if I have a blank one, but
no, I don't think you do. I think we both used them. So those were all grayed out, and then as you went, you'd collect the stickers and put them here, so that you could save up enough to either get like this silver medal or the gold one if you got all of them.
And obviously we got all of these, and you would go to the Godzilla store in Shinjuku, turn this in
and redeem it,
and redeem it, and then you'd get the stickers. Now unfortunately I'm going to spoil some stuff for the
next year.
For the next year, but whatever. So I don't know if you guys can see. We got so that was from this one right here. Was from 2018. That one was from 2018.
Yeah.
And then that one was from 2019.
We didn't finish. We'll get
we didn't finish, but
for these guys, they would give you 2 of them. So that's Matt used the second one in the shadow box. So you could get one for your brochure and then just have one as a souvenir.
Yeah, and it's nice, you know. I mean, it's just kind of a fun, you know, little thing to do, you know.
But so we had to make sure to spend money at every location.
Because
I'm a completionist and I wanted the gold medal.
Well, again, you know, I mean, it goes to show that, like, you know, this year it was a brand new thing, or at least, you know, I thought it was new at the time. Obviously, they did it the year previous.
Right.
But I think it was we also had Norman with us, so he was helping us, you know,
read
through stuff
he
and
was able to look at and be like, oh, here's what you do, you collect these, and but yeah, it was kind of part of the experience. Like I know at the statue store, I bought like a stupid little, you know, like just a little sticker, like a bumper sticker kind of thing that just said like Godzilla Square, you know, whatever. But I'm like, I have to buy something because I want that sticker.
Yeah, and it was just a lot of fun because it was Norman, Paige, and I, and we just hung out at the day here and, you know, had lunch and just shot the crap, and it was awesome. Mm-hmm. As you guys will see. So this was the Godzilla, the Shin Godzilla statue, complete with the pigeon
on his nose.
Yeah. But and pitching crap on his head, if you can see that. Mm-hmm. But this is where everything is all centered and stuff. This is the Godzilla statue that used to be there. This is now up in the Toho Theater. It's neat to see. I think the Shin Godzilla statue is a little bit cooler.
But it's worth a trip up because you're right there, you know.
This is when you actually get to Godzilla Square. You know, this like basically would be the first thing you would see.
And you can go up on that platform, which is where the other picture was taken.
Cool stuff. So They also, for like the much like last year, this one actually, I'm trying to remember if it was specific. I think you could still pick these up at the Godzilla store. But they had another pop-up Godzilla store with specific merchandising, and they would have this big, obviously menu kind of thing to show you what you could get, and then you make out like a little checklist thing, and go and pick it up.
Basically. Yeah, like because you were standing in this long line, so they would hand you like papers, and you would like write down the quantity of how many you wanted of each product, so that when you got up there, you didn't have to talk. They could just like get your order together real quick, and you pay, and you're on your way, which is cool.
Very fast and efficient.
Yeah.
You're not going around shopping, touching a bunch of stuff. You're just like, marking down what you want.
And as you're in line, they have the products like lining up on the wall.
Which you will see in a second here.
Yeah. So, and I want to point out the baby Godzilla is down there in the bottom, which is. This was the debut of baby.
It was.
Chibi Godzilla.
It was. We got.
So that's why we got
proof.
These hats, and they have him walking around in a little suit also.
Yeah, and we got video of that too.
That was the debut.
I forget what they call this guy, but yeah, they've marched this guy all over the place. It's rather fantastic. The other thing that a lot of these this thing Godzilla Fest does is like, for instance, like Epos Cards, a credit card company, they had a deal with Toho so they could market Godzilla. Well, there's a bunch of credit card stations that you could sign up for and get a bunch of free shit. And I just lost all my monetization by cursing there, but that's the fact. Whatever. But it was cool to see.
I think that's like a Japan thing. They had a Yuri on Ice credit card
for
a while. Yeah, yeah.
But the designs on the credit card, I would love to see that. You got the Godzilla store thing. You got Godzilla Earth. That would have been my choice on the Visa right there. But it was pretty cool. And they would like just hand stuff out.
Oh yeah, I remember that one with the little drawings. I like that one a lot.
The Shin Godzilla Evolution was really fun.
That's fun
I
art.
really liked that a lot. That was another one that I thought was really, really nifty.
That's super cute. Like I would have gotten that one if we lived in Japan and you signed us up for that bank, I would have gotten that one.
Yeah. So if you filled out a survey, you got something for free. I don't remember what it was, but like you had to be
probably
a Japan
that
resident.
tote bag that was in the last picture.
I think there was a what was it? There was something that you would get, something having to do with Planet Eater, like a mini poster or something.
Okay. I guess maybe if you signed up for the card, you got the tote bag. Maybe
Norman might kill me for showing this picture, but you know what? That's fine. They only did this. I don't think they did this last year.
No, they didn't.
You could go up and pose with it's a Shin Godzilla tail, but it's coming out of your back.
Yeah,
so
like they needed you up on a big box.
I don't know. I mean. It's a heck of a thing, but it was fun, and the fact that we both got to do it was kind of neat. Paige rightfully opted out not to do it.
I'll take the pictures. There was a long line,
There was. You can actually see the Godzilla. That's kind of fun. I didn't even notice that. You see the mirror image of like the Hibiya statue up there?
Oh, I should have taken the picture from like a lower angle. Oh man.
That's kind of fun.
Oh well.
The things you notice. So if you guys remember when we showed you that map with all the food trucks and stuff, we talked about a stage there, and this was the stage setup. And just this big video screen. Oftentimes if there was like a panel or something, obviously it would show things regarding the panel, but most of the time it was playing trailers and various
clips from the movie.
Yeah, and the sound system was blaring it and everything. Really kind of cool. I think we got some video right here. I mean, again, nothing major, but like they would go up here for like the contests and stuff.
Yeah.
Had to throw in Godzilla Earth here because
advertising what they're selling at the shops and stuff. And
then here I was telling you, like, this is what they were shooting, or not shooting, this is what they were showing trailer wise. They're doing a lot of King of the Monsters stuff because King of the Monsters was actually that was post King of the Monsters, wasn't it? It was by like 5 months.
Maybe.
But they were still high on the MonsterVerse stuff, so that was being shown a lot as well.
Hey!
Nice. I just wanted to throw that in there. Still looking pretty good shape too.
Right.
I had to dig that out.
I'm glad you kept it because I was like, I at the end of the day, I was like, I'm never gonna wear this again. I'm gonna throw it out. And
little did she know,
he saves everything. Like,
well, if it comes from Japan, I'm saving everything.
Inconsequential piece of paper, like he saves them all. From
You say that, but yet I cannot find my tickets to Planet of the Monsters or City on the Edge of Battle. I have my Planet Eater tickets, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I should grab that because that was one of the things we bought at the shop. But I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna wear this again. So I'm glad that he grabbed it because I could. I said, oh, you still have that? I'll put that on for the stream.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So this was their little Godzilla store that we were just telling you about before. This little pop-up store. Just more advertising they had. That gold thing right there.
Do you want me to grab it?
Sure. I don't. So Paige bought this for me because I was like, oh my God, anime Ghidorah. I love it so much. I don't know why I'm talking like Sky Elebar from Gracie Strangler. Wait. But let me.
Yeah, bring us up so I can see how close I get.
Hold on.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I bought it as a gift.
And we didn't know what it was. What did you think it was at first?
There was something that I thought that it was because he handed it to me with something or I feel like I felt like it was a fortune something or I don't remember what I thought it was, but
like a subway card or something.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, because I've got you used the subway like cards, and I've got a cool sticker on mine.
Actually, you know
which I won't show you. It's from it's a little sticker that I put on from the Disney store. That
I know for a fact I've never shown this on.
Oh, I wish I had I don't have my wallet here with me, but I've got like a cute Chip and Dale one. And
I actually keep this in my wallet. This is my Japanese subway card. It's from Planet of the Monsters, and it actually lights up when you scan it.
When you tap it. Yeah.
You can load money on it and everything.
Because that was one of my favorite souvenirs from my first trip that I went on when I didn't know Matt yet. It's a little Chip and Dale sticker on the subway card, and it just makes me happy every time I saw it. So that's what I thought this was. Like, oh, maybe it's something you can put on your subway card or something. But it ended up being
a ticket. It was an advanced ticket. Yeah. So just a cool little piece of moich.
Which we saw the movie twice, so he was able to use it. He used it once and then only had to buy one ticket after that.
No, it was fantastic. So yeah, just
I'll put it back.
No, that's cool. So you go inside, Godzilla on sale. And that was actually you know what? I misplaced this. This is actually in front of the Godzilla Square store. Because that is actually the action figure. They have an action figure of the Godzilla statue because the statue is so articulated and natural. Anyways, I didn't get too many pictures in here, unfortunately, but just some merch, Godzilla jackets.
The jackets were cool.
My personal favorite, Godzilla the toilet paper.
Yeah, I had to buy one of those. 300 yen. That's $3. I should have bought more toilet paper.
Yeah, little did we know that was going to be a huge necessity earlier in 2020. You know,
it's like March. We're like, oh God, we might have to break into the Godzilla toilet paper, and Matt's like, no, it hasn't come to that yet. We're not that desperate. We can use paper. There's printer paper we have in the house.
I actually did not buy one for myself. I bought one for Max.
No, and I bought one for my friend too.
Yeah, so and I think Max still has his. I think I bought.
My friend has it too. She thought about putting it out just like as a joke, and then she's like, no.
Yeah. It's just a funny, weird.
I should ask for it back. I should tell her if she ever is gonna throw it away to give it back to me.
Yeah. But Max has the purple one and the red.
And I bought the black and white one.
Yeah, it's just a silly, stupid little thing.
Yeah.
Jet Jaguar. Had to take a picture. Another sweater, but again, and this was the exclusive for the year. Was this freaking GMK 2001 Bandai Creations Ghidorah cast in blue? You couldn't last.
Oh my gosh, it's so warm in here with the lights.
I'm sorry. And then of course you see the Godzilla Hibiya statue figure right there. I did end up buying one of the Ghidorah figures. I later sold it because I really hate that design. I hate that toy mold even more. Mm-hmm. But
not very attractive.
Yeah, it really isn't. Just more moich.
Oh, that calendar's cute.
Yeah.
Now that I'm not there and cannot get it, I'm like, I should have gotten that, and I should have gotten that.
Actually, you know what? This picture's out of. Never mind. No. This was the 2019 calendar. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a 2019 calendar. It's pretty cool. It's cute.
And then they had this. This was in the same.
Oh
They
had
you would little kids. I mean, very much catered to little kids, but you could get stickers if you
needed it for
the ring toss. Yeah.
So of course we went.
And then of course you had this thing.
This was so cool.
Which was weird. So you would actually color. Actually, you know what? I managed to save these.
Because he saves everything. Every little piece of paper. I do
save everything. Hold on. You could color these things. See that? And as you're going to see, they scan them in, right? Norman's was probably the best one. I think Norman ended up keeping his.
Norman went like crazy and like made his own.
He did, and we actually have video proof of that. But if you can see that she actually took a sticker there, and then she scanned in the thing, and then
you'd go back to the screen.
You go back to the screen, and I think you'll see here. I think I zoom in on it eventually. Because my Ghidorah had like some like freaking like lightning. Oh, there you go. Did you see the little matte thing? It just popped up there. He's flying around in the background.
Yeah, there's yours.
Just really silly. I mean, you could pick various characters to do. It's silly. It's fun. It's something for the kids. That was Norman's right there, by the way. Rodan getting shot with an arrow, dripping blood, saying "Ah!" That's like the only video that I had of it.
That's Norman.
And here's that Chibi Godzilla that Paige was talking about.
There it is. It was the debut of him, so he was kind of a big deal at the time.
There's more people wearing the hats that Paige has.
Yeah.
I guess I accidentally put that in twice. Oh well.
Oops. Like that was an accident.
Yeah, well, it was. It was.
Just wanted to show it to me twice.
Yes. So, something else that happened that was really, really cool was that they debuted a new promotional suit. You know, you saw the Heisei one, you saw the Godzilla 2001, but they also debuted Godzilla 1954, specifically because this was when they were doing the short film that would have, this new short film that had the Godzilla 54 suit in it that was going to appear at an EJ Tsuburaya museum. I believe it's called Godzilla in Sukagawa. And this was a thing that they were promoting at the time, and they had the suit come out, and people could like get in line and freaking like high five it and stuff. And you guys are about to experience this in just a second. But again, massive amount of people. If you look, bottom right hand, like in the corner, if you were looking at the screen, look in the bottom right hand corner, you can see the suit right there,
right underneath it. Mm-hmm.
And this is. I didn't think this was video, but as you can see, this is kind of the way things got.
Yeah, so everyone like snaked back and forth in front of him in a line, and you could get your pictures, and you just walked right by him. You weren't allowed to stop.
Yeah, yeah. And they're playing the theme song and everything. And this is that Sukagawa short film I was just telling you about. They're showing making of stuff there. I still have yet to see it. Ben Chaffins, who is a good friend of mine and also a writer for Sci-Fi Japan, he did an article about it. He translated the book, which actually came out, I believe, last year at some point. Hold on. Oh, we're like going way ahead here.
Whoa.
Really interesting process. They got a bunch of people that worked in the Millennium movies to come back for it. I suggest you guys go check that out if you are interested in the making of that thing, because Ben's article is fantastic. So, yeah, here's the 54 suit. You guys get kind of like this. Most of these are actually, I took a video, right? Like a video of me like walking up to them, but it is so shaky, it's ridiculous. So I had to freaking just pull like from the best frames that I could find. But as you can see, the suit is fantastic. It really is. And they would march this guy out. You know, there was set times and stuff that he would come out and he would march out. They would play the stomping, you know, and then the big bell-like roar of 54.
And the line to get to this guy was so long, like it snakes back and forth. But then there was like a whole other area, like way far away from it, where like you had to stand first and get to the little snake back and forth.
And eventually, when it got moving, it got moving.
It did,
you know?
Yeah, because you weren't allowed to stop, so you just walked by him.
This is actually all taken like as we're like snaking in line.
Mm-hmm.
So this is me like right about to high five them. That's actually not such a bad photo, I think. And then we're getting closer, and then this is Paige from behind.
I took one from the team. I was like, I don't need a high five Godzilla. I will concentrate on getting Matt high fiving Godzilla.
And once again, the premier model of male pattern baldness right there. And then this is Godzilla going away.
And with Norman.
Look at that. Oh yeah, Norman is there. So it was kind of cool. And then I wish you guys could hear, but they have him stomping out as he moves away. And as you guys can see, his little schedule right there as to what's going to be happening that day.
Yeah,
54 was going to happen twice that day by the looks of it.
3 times I see.
3 times?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, every other
The
half hour.
the camera's in the way, so.
Just a lot of fun, and they busted this thing out multiple times actually.
Yeah.
So, and then this is Norman. I actually really like this picture. Norman's such a great guy. I really miss him.
Yeah.
But we had it's actually, let me see if I can actually bring this up real quick. Hold on. Do you have this one right here?
Oh,
we got those drinks that we have in our hands right there. It is
from that food truck.
Yeah, it's this one right here.
Okay, I got something else then, but because I went to a different food truck.
And they were, I don't remember what the hell it was, and I mean it's been 2 years at this point, so I don't remember. I remember what it was that he said it was.
I don't remember what I got either.
It was good. I believe it was an alcoholic drink too, but
the pizza maybe, I don't know.
Honestly, 2018 was just such a like, on the scale of events, it was
big.
It was big, and we were there for like most of the day.
We were there most of the day, yeah. I mean, especially because like for like some of the Godzilla stores, the pop-up stores and stuff, like you had to wait in line to get into the store.
Yes.
You know, and there were multiple of them. You know,
yes.
So we were like most of it was waiting in line, to be honest. Like, and to get into that like area where the kids were doing ring toss and stuff, like you had to wait in line to get in that. So it was a lot of the day was just waiting in line, but there was the promise of the sticker. They know how to market, man.
Yeah. It's all about the treasure hunt, you know.
I was so into it.
But I mean, again, it was brand new. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, we collected all the stickers. Norman did the same thing.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And I guess the reason why I keep on saying it was really cool is because 2019. Last year
was okay.
Second verse, same as the first. I guess like what bummed me out about 2019 going forward. What kind of bummed me out about 2019, and I'm actually going to do this real quick here, is the fact that 2019 marked the 65th anniversary for Godzilla.
Yeah, so we were expecting big.
Yeah, we were trying our best here to, well, I wanted to get out there because I was thinking they were going to announce something big, you know, because at the time they were actually advertising, I don't know if you remember this, but they were advertising the 65th anniversary before the 64th anniversary even happened.
Yeah.
Like they debuted a logo and everything. You guys have probably seen this on, it's Shin Godzilla and then the 65 in there. Most of the new Godzilla merchandise has it on there. So I was expecting something different, you know, like first year was like, you know, like, oh my God, this is cool. Second year was even bigger than that. And then the third year was really the same. Had a great time, as you guys are about to see. We're about to share a bunch of pictures and stuff.
It was recycled.
And in fact, I actually see, look who's here.
Hey,
Andres, we're about to talk about you. Actually,
did you see your picture like flash on the screen for a second as Matt messed up?
We freaking love Andres, and I miss that guy so much.
Yeah, he joined us for that one.
He did, as we're about to say. So, 2019, you got the little mapping again, same place as the year before. They did things a little bit different. This was they probably had more stuff this time. They had a little Godzilla museum that they had that you couldn't get into because it sold out before I think the event even freaking started.
Which again, it's kind of why it's to be a foreigner, like in one of these things that it's not meant for tourists. Like it's meant for locals.
Well, unless you happen to be a certain Godzilla podcaster who supposedly she flashed her badge or something. She's like, I'm an American podcaster, and she and her friend got in for free. I mean, must be nice. He said somewhat jealously. But you know, it was a lot of the same because they had the whole sticker collecting thing. If you guys can see here, you could go around getting various stuff. There was also, I just noticed they had the stamps as well.
Yeah, stamps too.
Still don't quite know what this was.
That was for there was like a kid area that we did stamps for that one.
We were missing Rodan.
Yeah, Miss Rodan.
That was kind of the thing.
For this one, the thing about the stickers was that some of the stickers, if you look in the little thing, like, so here's like Godzilla Square and everything, but then they've got this little area over here, which was in like
that was
that was
Shinjuku.
in Shinjuku where the Gracery is.
Yeah, that's
but
where
like,
we were staying.
Some of the stickers you could only get there, which I mean, I know we were staying there, and we did
merchandising.
We did get one of the stickers there, but
we did. There was, as you guys can actually see,
but there was just kind of a lot of running around that you had to do.
We had 6 from 2018, and then we only had 4.
Well, 2.
No. We'd have to collect 4 to get all of them.
But we only got 2.
We only got 2, and it got to a point to where we were kind of like, we did this last year, you know?
Right. It was a lot of the same stuff.
And I wasn't going to go spend more like, you know, $50 more to get a freaking gold 65th sticker there, really. We got the silver, which I will show you guys again. You guys can see it right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, that one.
Kind of cool. I like it. But yes, so hold on. We'll go back to the slideshow.
This is funny. They've got, wait, hold on. Look. Wait, pull it up.
Hold on.
They've got a little timetable again, and you can see it says 1954, like they brought the 54 suit out again.
And then I think 99's on there too.
Yeah, 99's on there too, yeah. So and then a lot of the chibi Godzilla.
So, and you know, the other disappointing thing about this as well was that, you know, we just got done showing you what the Gracery did, for instance, for 2017 and 2018, right? Well, that was like down to the barest minimum. They had the button making station again.
The button making station, yeah.
Which was fun. But that was it. There was no promotional suits.
No suits walking around. There wasn't even the suit that they usually displayed.
No. And that was really, I mean, whatever. But it was disappointing, you know? I mean, it's not part of Godzilla Fest, but it was still part of that experience.
Well, I mean, especially because they did have things going on in Shinjuku that were like like that you could get stickers in Shinjuku as well. So
just noticed they have a bronze.
Yeah, I don't know where the bronze came from.
Sorry, we were looking at. I don't know. Hold on. Let me.
They had
there's a
bronze one.
We have the silver.
We have the silver.
But there's apparently a bronze one, which I'm kind of confused about.
Yeah, because on the back there's no bronze sticker here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Who cares? But yeah, so you know, I would say 2019 I really enjoyed, if not for the content of the fest itself. It was really for the company, because we got to hang out with Norman again, but we were also joined by one Mr. Andres Perez, aka Kaiju Noir of YouTube.
Yeah.
And we got to hang out with Andres quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, he came up and like hung out with us for like 2 days.
Yeah. When you do 8 hours of karaoke, Japanese karaoke with in Shinjuku, I didn't put them in here.
Oh, but that was part of Godzilla Fest technically. We got a sticker for it.
We did. I didn't put it in though. But when you spend 8 hours in Shinjuku singing Japanese songs with somebody, you become really quick fast friends. And,
we paid for like an all-you-can-sing all day long in a karaoke place.
Bad greasy food. It was the best.
And it was in a Godzilla-themed karaoke room. So I'm super surprised you didn't put those pictures in.
I should have put it in, but But Andres is I would consider him a good friend. I love Andres, and I miss him and Norman both. Andres is coming back to America soon. He lives in California, so hopefully that means we can actually see him.
And just to be clear, Norman did not come with us for the karaoke.
Oh no!
I feel like if we gave off that impression, he'd be mad at us. So
yeah, but to be fair, in 2018, May of 2018, Norman did up in the Godzilla room in the Gracery. We were all there kicking back, drinking beers, and Norman sang us "Sayonara Godzilla" from G84.
It was a beautiful rendition.
It was incredible.
Brought a tear to my eye.
It was awesome. I fucking miss Norman. He's a great guy, and I'm sorry I just cursed there, but I just did. Great guy. So yeah, Godzilla statue here. And then I had to play this, and this is Andre. Little shout out to my buddy Brian doing the manga face. I noticed too, like with this one, I did not take nearly as many pictures because again, super samey.
Yeah, it was a lot of the same.
Statue, clean of the pigeon crap this time. Again, just I think that maybe the other difference too is like there was more people here. Like if you guys saw the other photo, similar angle here, this is just way more packed. You know, it was just not a thing.
Which is another reason why we didn't collect all the stickers. You know, we were kind of like, all right, that's enough of that. You know.
Yeah. And it gets expensive. I mean, obviously you're paying for silly things and stuff, But
oh, this was cool.
Yeah,
this was cool.
So this was a mural that was actually started off blank, and then throughout the day was being added onto.
Yeah,
and it was actually being done by Shinji Nishikawa, I believe his name. He is. You guys got to know this guy. You've seen his concept art for all the Heisei movies. He also worked on the Millennium movies. Really cool guy. Really cool guy. He's done the American con scene quite a bit. We got to have dinner with him in 2018.
Yeah, we did.
In a group party setting,
Mm-hmm.
and we also at the same. Was it the same party? We saw him at the convention.
Yes. No, that wasn't the same year.
It wasn't the same year?
No, that was last time in 2019 is when we did that.
No, it was May. It was the same trip.
Oh.
Or no, it was November. That's what it was. It was November. Sorry. We did.
Yes. We met him and had the dinner party in
November.
May,
yeah.
And then in November we went to a random.
Anyways, we met Nishikawa, cool guy, and he was doing just some amazing art, and actually have some video here.
This was cool.
He's working on.
He was just doing this out in the open, like everybody could come by and watch. And
then you're going to see here in just a second his progress. I do like his art style. I know some people aren't so big of fans, but he's better than some artists that shall not be named. So there you go. You guys can see a little bit bigger one right there. Yeah, it was neat, It
was so cool.
But again, a lot of people, a lot of people, so much more so than either of the previous two, and that's good. I mean, that's good. It's good for business for Toho.
Oh, they had the hats again.
Oh yeah, they do.
I didn't notice.
They do.
I forgot about that. I think that year I was like, no, I'm not wearing that.
We're such G Fes snobs. We're like, we got the stickers last year. We got the hats last year.
I don't need another.
Give us something new.
Yeah, come on. Plus, I wasn't feeling super hot this day. I was sick, so.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was going around this wearing a mask.
That's right.
But before it was cool to wear a mask.
Yeah, before it was cool to wear a mask. And at the time too, this was November of last year. Mm-hmm. So the Shin Godzilla Zipline thing was still at the conceptual stage, and I still think it looks freaking weird. I'm sorry, it's cool, but it looks freaking weird. Sorry, I'm trying to grab this right here.
Well, we didn't know it was for a Zipline back then, did we?
No, I don't think we did actually. We just
looked at it and we're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was it's like a thing. But we got this. There was like this little like newspaper handout thing that they gave out.
Yeah, because Matt keeps every piece of paper. Yeah.
Kind of cool.
It's neat.
And since then, obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen all the freaking videos of people being like, oh my God, there's a life-size Godzilla from Screen Rant. Or, the articles by Screen Rant. But, yeah, so they had this little mock-up thing going here. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun.
Which we didn't know what it was, but it was cool to see.
It just looks like a Godzilla throw rug to me, just the start of it.
If we become rich, we can put that in our,
yes,
our living room.
Yes.
Yeah, like
okay. Here's the video. Yeah. So there was like some light coming out of it and stuff.
That'd be cool if they put that in the real thing. Like you're like ziplining into that like.
No, you know what? They hollowed him out, and I mean I understand that they have to, but I thought there was going to be something else in him. You don't even land inside of him. You land past him. So it's just like this torso thing.
But you go through him, right?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It looks weird.
I need to go in the mouth. That's a necessity.
I shouldn't be sitting here judging my stupid camera, not really knowing what it's doing. So this was probably one of the biggest disappointments of the day. So they had an entire museum floor. Yeah. And for some reason we could not get tickets. Tickets were already sold out. Didn't even know they were, where you had to be on sale or where they were on sale.
Yeah, there was no indication.
Yeah. So
again, one of those like we're tourists, so we don't read the language and we didn't know.
Yeah. So but there was some things that we were able to get some pictures of, including this 54 statue, which I forgot to meant to actually zoom up there or scroll up. But really cool 54 thing again from the Godzilla Sukagawa event. We got to see this. This was like the best picture I could get. You see, I think that's against Mechagodzilla, the suit, and then you have the Kiryu suit back there, which would have been awesome to see. You can actually see pictures of this floating around on various different Instagrams and such.
Yeah, this was just like you walk down this hallway and there were like cutouts to this other hallway, so you could see parts of this museum that existed. And every time we walked by, Matt was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to get in there! Like that place looks so cool. I want to go in." And it was like, "Nope, sorry, you can't."
Well, you know what? Next time, I'm just going to do exactly what that person I told you just did, and be like, "Hey, I'm part of the American press. Can I get in?" And we were talking about that quite a bit actually after the fact. Norman was pretty pissed off about it too because he really wanted to see it. So did Andres, you know. But whatever, you know, we didn't get to do it. Boo hoo. But something that was really cool is we bumped into somebody here. You can see my other button right here that I did, another Ghidorah one.
Yeah.
But this guy couldn't even get into the freaking museum either because he was out there waiting to get in. And this is the director of Godzilla vs. Megaguirus and the 2 Kiryu movies, Tezuka. And he was just standing around wearing his Kiryu shirt. It was awesome. Andres also got to meet him, and it was super cool. Really nice guy. Started chatting up with Norman, and Norman, of course, has worked with them on. Actually, Norman was part of all 3 of those movies, but specifically got to work with him on the Kiryu movies. And
that was actually a really fun part of going with Norman both years, is because like he just knew everybody. So like he'd be walking around Godzilla Fest and be like, "Oh hey, what's up, dude?" Like, and we were like, and then he knew everybody. He knew all the important people, you know.
All the important people, and even people it's just like, you know, that's like, oh yeah, he was a stagehand or something, you know, on the special effects unit.
You know?
So yeah, it was really
I think it's also cool that they go to that kind of stuff, you know, like just like important ones, and then also stagehands and stuff. They want to go and they want to be a part of it because they love Godzilla, you know, because you know they worked on it and stuff. So
so, and Tezuka was part of something that we'll show just a little bit later, which is pretty cool. So this was cool. This is cool. So this kind of concludes the G Fes portion of this, because the other 2 are things I tacked on because there was just not enough things for the 65th in my opinion. It was a lot of the same stuff, the merchandise stuff. I did pick up some stuff, but it was a lot of the same thing. In fact, I think it was even less impressive because they didn't have anything displayed out, if I remember right.
I don't really remember.
It was weird. But this, what you're about to see, is kind of cool. So like I was saying earlier, this the current location, or what was the current location in 2018 and 2019, hopefully for other ones as well, is in Godzilla Square in Hibiya, which is next to all the Toho corporate buildings and such, right? And we're just all hanging around trying to figure out what to do. And Andres all of a sudden goes, "Hey, well, why don't we go see the Godzilla statue?" And we're like, "Well, Andres, there's a Shin Godzilla statue right there, and the 95 one in the theater is over there. We just saw that." He goes, "No, there's another Godzilla statue."
We're like, "What?"
And we're like, "What?" And Norman's like, "No, there's not." And as we just said, Norman knows everybody. And Andres is like, no, there's a Godzilla statue. And we're like, okay.
Okay,
so,
Andres.
You know, like a couple of like idiots, we're wandering around, and Andres is like, "Well, I think it's around here someplace."
And it is in like this random building.
He walks into this random building. I remember Norman specifically saying, like, "I don't think there's anything here, man."
Yeah, and it is like the most like sterile looking hallway you've ever seen.
It's basically the secret Godzilla statue that apparently nobody freaking knows about, right?
Sterile hallway, no decorations, no nothing.
You walk in, and then all of a sudden, like Paige said, just this sterile hallway, and at the very, very end is Godzilla from 1989, Godzilla from Godzilla versus Biolante. I'm a weeaboo. I said Biolante, not Biolante. Sue me. Everyone else is like Biolante or Biorante, whatever the heck it is. But yes, 89 Godzilla. At least I think it's 89. No, 91. Damn, I suck. It's from Godzilla versus King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, which is actually my favorite, one of my favorite Heisei designs.
Sure.
Super cool. Very similar to the Godzilla Earth and Shin Godzilla statues that we had talked about before. I don't know how new this thing was, but I mean, it must have been there, you know, or it must be fairly new. I would guess.
Yeah, we had no idea. It was the
really neat,
and you can see like how.
Oh
yeah, give it away. Why don't you? You can see how sterile, like the whole hallway looked like that like marble wall and the marble, like the tile floor, just very plain. Like we were like, are we in the right place? Like, what is this?
Yeah. So when we first got in there, actually, the doors opened up, and again, like very sterile hallway, like nobody there, except there was somebody there, and he was all the way at the very end in this little like very small group taking pictures in front of the statue. And that, of course, was Mr. TJ Storm, who is the mocap actor, or was the mocap actor for Godzilla in Godzilla 2014 and Godzilla King of the Monsters. And again, just ran into him.
There was nobody in this hallway.
And
nobody.
It
was like
nobody.
Us and him.
Yeah. It was by complete circumstance. But again, this is what made it really cool.
Yeah. So thank you, Andres.
I had met him earlier in the year at Monsterpalooza, and he actually remembered me at the time. He's like, "Oh yeah, Matt. Hey, how's it going?" And it was really cool. It was just a fun little thing to go into. But he was there. I think I don't know if he was there himself or whatever, but he was there.
They were videotaping him saying something.
Yeah, and he was being handled by, there's another female Godzilla fan who's like really big. I don't know what she does or anything. Jessica Sang, I think her name is, but she was there as well. I don't know her, but she was there as his handler. So that was kind of cool, but we got that picture there. And then I believe this is actually video of this. Now, something I did not tell you about that I actually just remembered. Do you remember that mural that we saw earlier that Nishikawa made?
Yeah.
Well, now, currently, that mural is hanging up behind this Godzilla.
Well, so that's good because it was a very sterile hallway.
It was a very sterile hallway.
That's awesome, actually. That's really cool.
I was just taking a bunch of B-roll of stuff just to use for various purposes. I mean, this is just the raw footage. But like I used some of this for.
Now I really want to go back and see the mural behind it. Because that's really neat because we saw the mural being done and like now it's back there. And also I think the statue was kind of like, it was definitely the highlight of the day, I think, like discovering it all of a sudden and then seeing TJ Storm and everything.
Yeah, it was just a really fun, like I said, it was the people that really made, in my opinion, the little stories and the people that made this particular
2019
one.
For sure.
Not so much the events of the fest itself. So woohoo, Godzilla statue. And because of the fact that I thought that, again, the 65th was really lacking, we needed some more pizzazz.
Yeah.
I decided to add in pictures of, I should have added in the pictures now, the stupid karaoke thing.
Yeah, you should have.
Because this is that really silly photograph exhibit.
Yeah. We went and saw it. We paid for it too.
So you want to hear about disappointing? You want to hear the most disappointing? Well, like, okay, let me just try to explain. Not necessarily part of G Fes. This is a whole nother exhibition. There was I forget what it is. The book is sitting on my shelf, but I can't reach over to get it because there's too much in front of me right now. But there was an exhibit, like it was called like a Godzilla art exhibit, basically. And all the various eras of Godzilla, shown here, whatever the hell. 2 years earlier, in 2017. This same show space had another little Godzilla exhibit that had props and suits and artwork and maquettes and a bunch of cool stuff. I spent hours in there filming. In fact, I think we did a video about it actually, and put it out there on the channel. Same space. And it was a bunch of freaking pictures that you've seen a million times in books and online and in actually like frames from movies, put up on freaking poster board. That's all it was. They debuted. This is the artwork that they debuted, but like this was it. It's like, oh hey, look, it's a promotional picture of Godzilla. This was the nice thing. There were some English things here.
Yeah.
But like that was it, and it wasn't super expensive. I think it was like what, 300 yen.
Yeah, it was something, but we did pay to get in.
But there you go. There's
there I am.
Now the reason why I took this picture, can anybody guess? Can the class guess? Is there a certain monster that people might know? Could it be Manga? Yes, I don't think I ever shown Brian that picture, but it's because Manda's in the bottom corner and Brian thinks Manda.
I feel like I've never seen this picture.
Like, no?
This does not look familiar to me. No.
You wanted to take your picture next to it. I do remember that.
Okay.
So
probably for Brian's sake.
Now this is something I did want to show off because this was kind of cool. There was actually some props there that apparently came from somebody's collection. There's apparently a Godzilla collector there that actually has a bunch of the props and stuff that were used in the movies. Now, not these things in particular. I think these were just busts. We had 54, 84, and Final Wars here. He looks kind of like King Kong there.
I know. I was just gonna say he looks like a gorilla.
Yeah, little Kong,
like just like a round face,
Yeah. 84 Final Wars, pretty cool. And then these were probably the highlights. And I know this is weird, but these were the highlights. So this was a prop from Destroy All Monsters. It was one of those cannons that come up when I think all the monsters are attacking Tokyo. And all the monsters, it was Mothra, Manda, Godzilla. I think Rodan might have been involved potentially. But you see these things that come up from the ground and they just start shooting everything. It was really kind of neat to see. This was from King Kong versus Godzilla. If you see that right down in the corner, 1961, a cop car. Again, where are you going to see these things? And again, I know it's just a small little display, but I paid 300 yen. I would pay 300 yen to see these again. It was cool to get that experience. Another thing of the missile launcher. More cop car. Godzilla Tower again for Brian, a picture I never showed him. And then this was really cool. This was from 1954. This was a train prop from Godzilla in 1954. And that was really wild.
Yeah.
And
it was 65 years old on the day that was taken.
yeah, probably maybe a little bit older, considered, give or take 6 months or whatever.
Right.
This was really cool. This was a Maser tank from Godzilla 1984, or what is it? High power laser beam vehicle from Godzilla 1984, aka a Maser tank. Just neat to see. Just again, being able to look at a piece of history of something that you love so much, just up close and personal. It was worth it. It was really worth it. And then this, when we were walking, I think we walked back, and of course night had fallen by this point. And this was like the last cool thing of the night. They had a director's panel, actually, all in Japanese, of course, but it was kind of cool to see. And up on stage, we actually there's 4 gentlemen, only 3 of which I know for certain. So going left to right, you got Amori, who directed Biollante and King Ghidorah and wrote Mothra and Destoroyah. The gentleman after that, I don't know. The guy after that is the one I showed earlier, the director Tezuka of Mega Garrus and the Kiryu movies. And the guy on the right is, of course, the one and only Shusuke Kaneko, director of GMK as well as the Gamera trilogy. And did you hear that story about the business card? Have you ever heard of that story? Have I ever told you that one?
Not once.
My buddy Ben Chaffins can tell you about that because he doesn't have a Kaneko business card. I'm kidding. But there's another picture, a little closer, a little better. It was just a director's roundtable. It was kind of cool. Again, I wish I knew who the second guy was right there left of Tezuka. But it was just kind of neat. It's just kind of cool. And I believe that actually wraps it up on my end as far as our pictures and stuff go. So not bad. We did it for about an hour 20.
Yeah,
it's not
bad. Good.
So that is essentially what the last 3 years of Godzilla Fest were like. And I think there's probably going to be a lot of other cool things that happen. Let me see here if I can actually. So I believe tomorrow night is when we're going to get Godzilla Fest 2020 online. And of course, it's all gone online now because of the fact that tomorrow night being for US, not for the Japanese, but all gone online because of obviously all the COVID stuff and everything like that. But Tuesday at noon. Oh wait, did it actually happen today? Did I miss it?
No. It says the 3rd.
Okay, never mind.
Today's the 1st here, so tomorrow.
Okay. Well, anyways,
it'll be tomorrow here. Yeah.
This is all going to be held on YouTube. I will be completely honest with you. I have not looked into it that much. I know that some things require tickets to be bought. There is exclusive merchandise that you can actually buy again. I mean, if there's not stickers involved, I'm not interested. Yeah, really. Opening event, TV animation, Godzilla SP by director staff, talked by director staff. The first Godzilla Festival limited special content lifted. Interesting. Or premiered, maybe. Yeah. This is all from freaking Google Translate. Oh, yeah. New information on Godzilla has been unveiled one after another. Don't miss the introduction of new goods and collaboration information. Ooh, boy, more Godzilla merch that we don't need. Oh, man, I got to rant about Godzilla licensees and stuff like that, but that's for another video. So yeah, so if you guys go to godzilla.store/gfes, GFES/2020 online, you guys are going to be able to see this. There's going to be a Toho Studio tour. I mean, it looks like it could be pretty neat, you know. Some stuff with Gojibon. I think it might be kind of cool. I'm going to try to tune in to see some of it. I am getting together with a buddy tomorrow night, so we'll see if that's a thing. But yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think it will be in English. No, it'll be in Japanese. But you know, if they show like anything about you know, Godzilla Singular Point or anything, then you know, at least you get to see it.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, like, you know, like I said before, assuming that at some point things go back to some relative normal, which I think it will sooner rather than later, honestly. And I'm not saying that even hopefully, I'm saying that feeling it with my gut. I really do feel like that you guys, if you are looking to go to Japan, if you're looking to try to experience, if you're going because of like Godzilla stuff, like that's what draws you there to begin with. You know, there's so much to experience within Japan besides just the nerd stuff, obviously. But like I was saying earlier, go in conjunction with something like G Fes because it's worth it. You make some very special memories with that because it's stuff that you're not going to be able to see as a foreigner living, you know, across the Pacific, a world away. You know, the Japanese, obviously, you can get, if you live there, you might get desensitized to it because you get it constantly. You know, there's always these really cool exhibits going on. You got the Tokusatsu DNA exhibits that are always going on, which are fantastic. And some of it might just seem like whatever, but you know, if you're just like going on a one-time trip, doing something like this, I feel like you can, you know, check off a lot of boxes right there, man. It's so freaking cool. So,
and it's like one of those things that's like, it's once a year, you know, not very many people get to experience it because again, it's not for tourists.
It's getting bigger and bigger, and there was a lot more tourists here or last year than there was the year previous.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, that is the address for the 2020 event right there. In fact, I'm going to change my branding so that way.
You should put it in the chat so they could just copy paste.
I will, yeah. But I'm going to put it there first, and then I'm going to hold on. There we go.
There it is.
So you guys should go check that out. It'll be on YouTube and stuff, but that particular page has all the embeds on there that you guys can check out. But yeah, that's all I got. Do you want to do like maybe a short Q&A if anybody has any questions?
Yeah, sure.
Because yeah, like I'm not. This isn't going to turn into an extended stream or something. Like we're going to keep this specifically about G Fes.
Yeah.
But if you guys have any questions in regards to the events, if you guys have any questions for us about the trips or anything like that, now's the time to ask. But if there's really nothing, then you know we can wrap this up and call it a night, and you know, thank you guys for coming in. So did you? Well, let me ask. So did you like both? You're not a big Godzilla fan. Let me ask you this. While they might ask questions, I'll let them get it. You're not a Godzilla fan,
right?
At all.
Well, and I'd not seen a thing about Godzilla before I started dating.
Did you have fun at them? Like, did you find it interesting?
Oh yeah, I did. I mean, especially, it helps to go with such a super fan, you know, to be like, oh my gosh, this is this and this is that, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. But no, it was fun. I mean, it's like something fun that's like going on, and like I said, I mean, I know I keep pushing this whole like not for tourists thing, but that's kind of the fun of it. It's just like that it's so like niche and so like different and off the beaten path. I had been to Japan 1 year before Matt and I met, by myself with a few of my girlfriends, and you know, we did a lot of fun things and stuff like that, but that it's just so like niche. Like, I don't know, I'm a person that travels for my job, and whenever you can stumble upon something random that like not very many people get to see, it's so cool, you know. Yeah. That's my favorite thing about it.
And I really do think that this event's only going to get bigger. You know, Toho has really been pushing out, especially the international licensees thing, and I think they would like to see this become more internationally friendly and stuff. And again, 2017 to 2019, it got bigger and bigger and bigger, you know, in terms of not the size of the convention as well as the size of the crowd.
You know,
There's a lot more foreigners last year. You know, a lot more kaiju personalities from, you know, podcasting and YouTube that were there that I saw. Everybody had come out for the 65th. It was a thing. It was really, really cool. So this event is separate from G Fes that is held in Illinois, correct? Yes. It's I don't know why they did it. I really don't. I'm trying to see if I have the thing here. Sorry, where it just says like Godzilla Fes on it, but I don't know what.
Oh, here I've got a few pages over here. Are you looking for one of these?
Yeah. Oh, I guess it doesn't say it, but yeah. I wish it said this in English, but yeah, it's.
Oh, here we go.
You got it?
I see it in the website.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean.
Right in the website, G Fes.
Distinctly lacking that T.
No T.
You know, which is weird. It was cool. I got to go to in 2018, 2019. Got to go to both G Fes and G Fes, and I don't really know if you can hear G Fest and G Fes. And both are obviously completely different experiences, you know.
One's put on by fans and one's
put
on by official channels.
But you know, the Japanese one, I mean, you just can't beat it just for the experience, you know. If you're there, you know, you got to.
Well, I mean, yeah, and they're rolling out all kinds of stuff from the movies and things like that you know, G Fest does not have access to, and that kind of thing, and the insiders are there.
So we got two questions. One from Kaiju. What is the biggest thing you'd improve about G Fest?
I would have brought Andre in 2018.
Yeah, that's true. He said G Fest, not Fest.
Oh, sorry.
So Andres, we're not even gonna touch that one, dude. No. We're not even gonna touch that one.
This is a video about G Fest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is there anything you'd improve about last year's one?
I mean, to be honest, and this would just be for me, I wish that there was more stuff in English so that we could have been in the know.
I wish there was. I wish we kind of knew more what was going on, and even Norman didn't know really what was
right. Like even trying to discern like what everything on this says. Like there's a lot of information in this packet. Like I can look on here and be like, you can see, okay, 2 stickers you get the silver medal, 4 stickers you get the gold. You know, but you don't know anything or like. You have to like, it's really kind of like a scavenger hunt. You're like, okay, well, where do I go? What do I do? How do I get, okay, I messed up the camera.
Oh. Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh boy.
Sorry, my fault.
Hold on.
There we go. Yeah. So there's a lot of information on these sheets that they hand out for free, and it is all in Japanese. And it was challenging, you know?
American problems, you know?
I mean, he asked. I'm just saying. Personally, I would like more. It
would have been nice to know that where we could have gotten tickets for that stupid museum.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Or
how do we know that we just had to flash our freaking passports and we're like, oh yeah, we're part of American media and we could have gotten in, you know?
Right. Or like you in 2017, they had the stickers back then. You didn't know what the heck the stickers were about because Norman wasn't with you that time. So
no.
He probably would have read that brochure, saw what it said, and you might have gone with your mom to try to get all those stickers.
Possibly.
You know.
A couple more questions here from Don. What was the atmosphere like at the event? I know Godzilla is still a niche thing, even in Japan. Did the general event goers show a lot of excitement and enthusiasm? Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I think a lot of the people there, I mean, there were a lot of people that just brought their kids, you know? Yeah. And then, but there were also a lot of people that were like really into Godzilla, you know? Yeah. So they brought that energy of like Japanese Godzilla fans as well.
Yeah, no, all of them. I mean, everybody was there for Godzilla. It wasn't just like, it's a thing. I mean, people, of all ages, of all genders, I mean, they were there, you know, there's no, it wasn't just the classic trope of an otaku, if you will. It was just families.
It's everybody,
you know, young schoolgirls and older guys and, you know, again, lots of different people, businessmen. It was quite the eclectic group, which was pretty cool. But all right, let's see here. One more question or 2 more questions. Let's see here. So for us, we can view the Godzilla event on Tuesday or tomorrow. I'm just asking because of the time difference. I know the 3rd is Godzilla's birthday, but yes, yes. So for tomorrow.
Well, Andres is in the chat. What time is it right now in Japan, Andres?
He can tell you, but it will start at noon, I believe.
Noon Japan time.
Noon Japan time. I think they're 14 or 17 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, something like that. So you can know that like 24 hours from now, it'll be, you know, wherever Andres.
Oh, we got Yoko now. Trust me, even for my mom and I, it was hard to decipher that map.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yoko, were you there? I don't think I told you. Yoko was at the Terminator red carpet too.
You did tell me that.
Did I tell you that?
You did tell me that.
Like what a small world that was.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 12:31 p.m. in Japan right now. So the event starts at noon tomorrow in Japan. So it'll be like a half an hour earlier than right now.
Yes.
So whatever time it is in your time zone, it's 8:30
so
here.
Mark is in Texas.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 8 o'clock here. So half an hour before now is when it's going to start, basically. So 23
hours and 30 minutes it'll start.
I got to go, Matt. Fun stream as always, but this is really dumb, and it's the last time, I swear, but I'll ask: is this SETI Alpha 5? This is SETI Alpha 5. Sorry, I had to do it. Love me some Wrath of Khan.
Photo translator app. We rely heavily on those when we go to Japan, but you get the Japanglish, you know.
Freaking A, Yoko! You should have told us, dude.
Come on,
like
man.
Seriously, like. Where were we not? We were probably like,
we were all over that.
We actually shared the same hotel room together. We just didn't know. He was under the bed the whole time, and he didn't know we were on top of the bed. It was really awkward. But
he was probably purposely keeping his mouth shut about it too.
Yeah, he's like, this is weird. You know? Anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this particular stream up. I am feeling slightly invigorated. We might see if maybe another stream will fall after this, a certain after dark, perhaps. We'll see what happens. Not going to promise anything. But
I'm gonna need more of this.
Well, do you want to be on an after dark? I don't think you've ever been on an after dark.
I have.
Have you?
A few times.
Okay. But guys, thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Yes.
It was really, really fun. I was trying to go for an hour. This has gone for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But it was really fun reminiscing about this, especially. This is gonna sound really, really sorry. That was so weird. And Andres is like, yes, it was, because Andres was there too.
Yeah, we brought Andres up to the room to see what the Gracery room was like.
Yeah. It man, never mind.
We can talk more about Japan if we do a stream.
Yeah. But it's been really fun to reminisce about this, because Japan has been a yearly trip in November ever since 2017 for us.
And normally we go today.
Yeah.
So
and because of everything that's happened, we can't. And it sounds really like privileged and woe is me, but it's really bummed me out. But it's brought me a lot of joy to be able to share this stuff with you. Mm-hmm. And I really hope that you guys go and check out this event tomorrow. You know, I think it's important. I think it's even just watching for a little bit and clicking that like or button over on the Toho page, is always a thing. Forgive me for throwing this up, but you guys can follow us here. If I can actually get this freaking, hold on, I gotta. Wow, I just screwed this up. There we go.
There we go.
You guys can follow us on YouTube, which of course is right here. You guys can also follow us on Twitter. It's pretty much the most active place I am on social. We also have an Instagram as well as a Facebook page. And we will see what ends up happening here in the future. But otherwise, I think that about wraps it up. So with that said, for Godzilla's sake, please keep watching Tokusatsu for the good of mankind and yourself. I'm Matt.
And I'm Paige.
Here to remind you to please collect responsibly. And once again, reminding Shay, this is SETI Alpha 5! Please have a